Hi students, in the last video we discussed about harmonic property and we proved the real and imaginary part of analytic function are harmonic. Okay, so now let us discuss about orthogonal property. Orthogonal property. If f of z is equal to u plus iv is analytic, then the family of curves, u of x comma y is equal to c1 and v of x comma y is equal to c2, where c1 comma c2 are constants, intersect each other orthogonally. Here the statement is like this: if f of z is equal to u plus iv is analytic, then the family of curves u of xy is equal to c1 and v of xy is equal to c2. Of course, c1 and c2 are constants, intersect each other orthogonally. So let us prove the result. So we know two curves intersect each other orthogonally if the angle between their tangents is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, so we know that two curves intersect each other orthogonally if the angle between their tangents is pi by 2 or 90 degrees. And also you know that the derivative dy by dx represents slope of the tangent. And the condition for perpendicularity, of two lines is that the product of their slopes is equal to minus 1. So that you can say if m1 is slope of the first line, m2 is slope of second line, m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1, then you say those two lines intersect each other orthogonally or they are perpendicular to each other. So now let us consider the first curve. Let u of x comma y is equal to c1 be the family of curves. Then let us differentiate with respect to x, treating y as a function of x. Here you see u of xy is equal to c1. C1 is constant, and we are differentiating this with respect to x, treating y is also a function of x. So that is dou u by dou x into dx by dx plus dou u by dou y into dy by dx is equal to 0. So in first time we have studied the total derivative where u is a function of xy and xy are functions of two different variables like r and theta. But here u is in terms of xy and y is also a function of x. So we'll write the derivative dou u by dou x dx by dx plus dou u by dou y into dy by dx is equal to 0. So that is dy by dx is equal to, here dx by dx get cancelled, dy by dx is equal to minus dou u by dou x, this one, divided by dou u by dou y, dou u by dou y. So that is a m1. That is for the curve u of xy is equal to c1. Similarly, for the family of curves, v of x comma y is equal to c2, we get dy by dx is equal to, I'll write directly, dy by dx is equal to minus dou v by dou x divided by dou v by dou y, dou v by dou y. So that is a m2. Now let us consider the product m1 into m2. If it is equal to minus 1, then you can say those two curves intersect each other orthogonally. So consider the product m1 into m2. So that is equal to, what is m1 we have? Minus dou u by dou x by dou u by dou y. m1 minus dou u by dou x by dou u by dou y into m2 minus dou u by dou x minus dou v by dou x by dou v by dou y. So that is equal to minus of minus plus. We get dou u by dou x into dou v by dou x numerator divided by dou u by dou y into dou v by dou y. But we have the CR equations. Dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y and dou v by dou x is equal to minus dou u by dou y. Why? Because the function f of z is analytic. When the function satisfies the CR equations, if it is analytic, so it is given f of z is analytic, so it satisfies the CR equations. We know the CR equations, dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y and dou v by dou x is equal to minus dou u by dou y. So if you say it is equation 1, then equation 1 becomes m1 into m2 is equal to, so for numerator, in place of dou u by dou x, I'll write dou v by dou y into, in place of dou v by dou x, I'll write minus dou u by dou y. This whole divided by, you write the denominator same, dou u by dou y into dou v by dou y. So dou v by dou y and dou u by dou y get cancelled, which is equal to minus 1. So I got m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. So hence the family of curves hence the family of curves u of x comma y is equal to c1 and v of x comma y is equal to c2 intersect each other orthogonally. So similarly we can prove that the family of curves u of r comma theta is equal to c1 and v of r comma theta is equal to c2 intersect each other orthogonally when the function f of z is u plus iv, where u and v are in terms of polar coordinates. So I'll write the statement for polar coordinates. If you want, you can write this orthogonal property in bracket to write Cartesian form. Now orthogonal property for polar form. Okay, so I'll write the statement. If f of z is equal to u plus iv is analytic, then the family of curves u of r comma theta is equal to c1 and v of r comma theta is equal to c2, where c1 comma c2 are constants, intersect each other orthogonally. That is the statement. Intersect each other orthogonally. Now let us prove the result. I'll write the proof. So similar to the partition form, first we should write the condition for orthogonality, and then by using CR equations we show that u of r comma theta and v is equal to c1, v of r comma theta is equal to c2 intersect each other orthogonally. If r is equal to f of theta is a polar curve, we have the angle between radius vector and the tangent, is given by tan phi is equal to r d theta by dr. In first sem we have studied while discussing about polar curves, we used to derive a formula for the radius, the angle between radius vector and the tangent, that is tan phi is equal to r d theta by dr. And also you know the condition for orthogonality, and the condition for two polar curves intersect each other orthogonally is tan phi 1 into tan phi 2 is equal to -1. Tan phi 1 for first curve, tan phi 2 for second curve, and if the product is equal to -1, we can say those two polar curves intersect each other orthogonally. Now let us consider the first curve. What is the first one here? According to the statement, u of r comma theta is equal to c1 and then v of r comma theta is equal to c2. So consider u of r comma theta is equal to c1 be the family of curves. Okay. So now let us differentiate with respect to theta, treating r is a function of theta. R is a function of theta. So that you get dou u by dou r dr by d theta plus dou u by dou theta d theta by d theta is equal to 0. So d theta by d theta get cancelled. From this we will get dou u by dou r into dr by d theta plus dou u by dou theta is equal to 0, and dr by d theta is equal to minus dou u by dou theta divided by dou u by dou r. So hence tan phi 1 is equal to, what is the formula for tan phi 1? R d theta by dr, that is minus r into dr by d theta. We have, you write it's a reciprocal, that is dou u by dou r by dou u by dou theta, that is tan phi 1 minus r into dou u by dou r by dou u by dou theta. So now similarly write for the second curve. Similarly for the family of curves, v of r comma theta is equal to c2. We get tan phi 2 is equal to minus r dou v by dou r divided by dou v by dou theta. Now let us consider the product tan phi 1 into tan phi 2. So let us consider the product tan phi 1 into tan phi 2, that is equal to minus will get plus. First one is r dou u by dou r divided by dou u by dou theta, and next r dou v by dou r divided by dou v by dou theta. But as the function f of z is analytic, it must satisfy the CR equations. So since f of z is analytic, we have the CR equations. What are CR equations in polar form? Dou u by dou r is equal to 1 by r dou v by dou theta, and dou v by dou r is equal to minus 1 by r dou u by dou theta. So now let us substitute the CR equations in this product tan phi and tan phi 2 is equal to this one. So that is therefore we have to set is equation 1. Therefore equation 1 becomes tan phi 1 into tan phi 2 is equal to, so what is RHS here? R dou u by dou r, r dou u by dou r by dou u by dou theta into r dou v by dou r, r dou v by dou r by dou v by dou theta, so that is equal to r dou u by dou r. You see the first CR equation, dou u by dou r is equal to 1 by r dou u by dou theta. So if you multiply by r, exactly or dou u by dou r is equal to dou v by dou theta. So the first numerator will get dou v by dou theta divided by dou u by dou theta as it is. Next, or dou v by dou r. You see the second one, CR equation. Dou v by dou r is equal to minus 1 by r dou u by dou theta. If you multiply by r, you will get r dou v by dou r is equal to minus dou u by dou theta. So you will get minus dou u by dou theta, this divided by dou v by dou theta as it is. So dou v by dou theta, dou u by dou theta get cancelled, that is equal to minus 1. So since tan phi 1 into tan phi 2 is equal to minus 1, hence the family of curves u of r comma theta is equal to c1 and v of r comma theta is equal to c2 intersect each other orthogonally. So now let us solve problems to show that the given function is analytic and to find the derivative of the given function f of z. Problems to show that the given function f of z is analytic and to find f dash of z. So here, while solving such problem, that is to show that the function is analytic, first you have to consider the given function. You substitute z is equal to x plus iy, that is Cartesian form, or z is equal to r e power I theta, that is in polar form, according as the given function. Means you have to substitute either Cartesian or polar form in such a way that you can separate the real and imaginary part, so that you can get u and v. So once you get u and v, you find the partial derivatives. If it is in Cartesian form, you find dou u by dou x, dou u by dou y, dou v by dou x, dou u by dou y. Or in polar form, you write dou u by dou r, dou v by dou theta, etc. And if these partial derivatives satisfy the CR equations, so you know CR equations in Cartesian form, dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y and dou v by dou x is equal to minus dou u by dou y, then we can say the function is analytic. That is the first part. The second part, we need to find its derivative f dash of z. So while finding f dash of z, we use one of the result obtained while finding the CR equations. While proving CR equation, there is a result f dash of z is equal to ux plus I vx for Cartesian, and f dash of z is equal to e power minus I theta into ur plus IVR. So first let me write stepwise the procedure to solve the problems, then we start solving the problems. So here I'll write step 1. Given the function w is equal to f of z, and we substitute z is equal to x plus iy or z is equal to r e power I theta to obtain the real and imaginary parts of the real and imaginary parts of the function means u and v. Real is u and imaginary is v. Next, step 2. we find dou u by dou x, dou u by dou y, dou v by dou x, dou v by dou y if it is in Cartesian form. If it is in Cartesian form, or we find dou u by dou r, dou u by dou theta, dou v by dou r, dou v by dou theta if it is in polar form. If it is in polar form. Okay. After getting the partial derivatives, if the CR equations are satisfied, then write if dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y and dou v by dou x is equal to minus dou u by dou y, that is their CR equations in Cartesian form, or dou u by dou r is equal to 1 by r dou v by dou theta and dou v by dou r is equal to minus 1 by r dou u by dou theta, then we say that f of z is analytic. Of course, according as the case, either it is in Cartesian or polar. If it is in Cartesian, it will satisfy these two equations, and in polar this one, then you can say the function is analytic. That is the first part of the problem. Next, step 3. So what is that? To find f dash of z, that is derivative of f of z. To find the derivative f dash of z, we use the fundamental result derived while finding CR equations. So once you go through the proof of CR equations, we have proved both for the Cartesian form and polar form. Particularly, you see equation 2, we have f dash of z is equal to dou u by dou x plus I dou v by dou x for Cartesian form, and f dash of z is equal to e power minus I theta into dou u by dou r plus I dou v by dou r for polar form. Of course, exactly it's not f dash of z. There, while proving CR equations in Cartesian form, that equation 2 was f dash of x plus iy. There we took z is equal to x plus iy, and RHS is same, dou u by dou x plus I dou v by dou x. Whereas for polar form, f dash of r e power I theta. There equation 2 written z as r e power I theta into e power I theta is equal to dou u by dou r plus I dou v by dou r. So if you divide by e power I theta, you will get f dash of z is equal to e power minus I theta dou u by dou r plus I dou v by dou r. Okay. So now we substitute step 4. Substituting for the partial derivatives. And rearranging the terms, we get a function of x plus iy or r e power I theta. X plus iy or r e power I theta. So that is, we get f dash of z as a function of z. f dash of z as a function of z. So this is the procedure to solve the problems, to show that the function is analytic and to find its derivative. So now let us solve a few problems according to this procedure. Let us write the first one. Show that w is equal to z plus e power z is analytic and hence find dw by dz and hence find its derivative. So the solution is like this. First let us consider the given function w is equal to z plus e power z, and now let us substitute z is equal to x plus iy. So put z is equal to x plus iy. Here while substituting z is equal to x plus iy or z is equal to r e power I theta, we should take care which form we have to substitute, either Cartesian or polar. Here we are going to separate the real and imaginary. If you substitute the Cartesian form x is equal z is equal to x plus iy, if it is possible to get u and v separately, then you can go for x plus iy. Or else you can substitute z is equal to r e power I theta. So it depends upon the given function. So you can substitute z is equal to x plus iy, and by substituting x plus iy we can separate the real part u and the imaginary part v, that is u plus iv form. So now it is equal to x plus iy plus e power x plus iy, that is equal to x plus iy plus e power x plus iy can be written as e power x into e power iy. Okay, bases are same, add the power, so you get e power x plus iy. So now you separate the real part. So first you write x plus iy plus e power x into, you know e power I theta is cos theta plus I sin theta. So e power iy is cos y plus I sin y. So that is equal to x plus e power x cos y, the real part, plus I into y plus e power x sin y, the imaginary part. We are separating the real and imaginary, x and e power x cos y, then y e power x into sin y, so which is in the form of u plus iv. So that is the real part u is equal to x plus e power x cos y, and the imaginary part v is equal to y plus e power x sin y. So according to the procedure, first you get the real and imaginary, then we find the first order partial derivatives with respect to x and y. So differentiating u comma v with respect to x and y partially. So what do you get? Dou u by dou x is equal to, so differentiate with respect to x partially, you get 1 plus, while differentiating with respect to x, cos y is constant, keep cos y as it is, derivative of e power x is e power x itself. Then dou v by dou x is equal to, so derivative of y with respect to x is 0, plus sin y is constant, derivative of e power x is e power x itself. And next dou u by dou y is equal to, differentiate with respect to y, derivative of x is 0, plus e power x is constant, derivative of cos y is minus sin y. Then dou v by dou y is equal to, derivative of y is 1, plus e power x is constant, derivative of sin y is cos y. So here you can observe dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y. We have to concentrate on CR equations now. So what is the first equation? Dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y. So dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y and you see dou u by dou x. Here dou u by dou x is e power x sin y, whereas dou u by dou is minus e power x sin y. So that is dou v by dou x is equal to minus dou u by dou y. So the CR equations are satisfied. So once the CR equations are satisfied, so therefore the given function w is equal to z plus e power z is analytic. Or you can write here CR equations are satisfied, therefore w is equal to z plus e power z is analytic. That is the first part. Now let us find its derivative. So we have the result f dash of z is equal to, either write f dash of z or dw by dz is equal to dou u by dou x plus I dou v by dou x. At fundamental result, you have written f dash of z is equal to dou u by dou x plus I dou v by dou x for Cartesian. So dou u by dou x plus I dou v by dou x, that is equal to, just to substitute the partial derivatives. What is dou u by dou x? We have 1 plus e power x cos y plus I into dou v by dou x is e power x sin y. E power x sin y. So that is equal to 1 plus, from these two if you take e power x common, you will get e power x into cos y plus I sin y. Cos y plus I sin y. That is equal to 1 plus e power x into cos y plus I sin y can be written as e power iy. Here we are arranging the terms in such a way that the derivative becomes a function of z. So to get z, it should be in terms of x plus iy. So first you write e power x into cos y plus I sin y, and cos y plus I sin y can be written as e power iy, and it is equal to that is equal to 1 plus e power x plus iy. E power x plus iy. So that is equal to 1 plus e power x plus iy is z. That is dw by dz. So what is z given? W given z plus e power z. Even if you differentiate directly with respect to z, derivative of z is 1, derivative of e power z is e power z itself. So we got 1 plus e power z. Let us solve one more problem. Show that f of z is equal to sin z is analytic and hence find f dash of z. Let us write the solution. So first you write the given function f of z is equal to sin z. So already we have written this example in the beginning, where we separated the real and imaginary part by substituting z is equal to x plus iy. So let us substitute z is equal to x plus iy. Then f of z is equal to sin of x plus iy. So that is equal to, in the form of sin of a plus b. So what is sin of a plus b? Sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. Sin x cos iy plus cos x sin iy. So you know the formula. Sin of a plus b is equal to sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. Here a is x and e is iy. So that is equal to, first one sin x into sin cos of iy can be written as cos hy plus cos x into sine of Iy can be written as I sine Hy. I sine Hy. So that is equal to sin x cos Hy plus I into cos x sin Hy. So that is in the form of u plus iv, where u is equal to sin x cos Hy and v is equal to cos x sin Hy. So we got the real and imaginary parts u and v. Now let us find the partial derivatives with respect to x and y. So first you differentiate with respect to x partially. You get dou u by dou x is equal to, while differentiating with respect to x, cos Hy is constant. So keeping cos Hy as it is, we differentiate sin x. Derivative of sin x is cos x into cos Hy. Similarly, dou v by dou x is equal to, sin Hy is constant while differentiating with respect to x. Derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So you can write minus sin x into sin Hy. Next, differentiate with respect to y partially. Dou u by dou y is equal to, now sin x constant. Derivative of cos Hy is sin Hy, and dou v by dou y is equal to cos x constant. Derivative of sin Hy is cos Hy. Now you can observe whether the function satisfy the CR equations or not. So what is the first equation? Dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y. Both are same. Cos x cos Hy, cos x cos Hy, and dou v by dou x is equal to minus dou u by dou y. You got minus sin x sin Hy. So here dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y, and dou v by dou x is equal to minus dou u by dou y. So what do you mean that? That is CR equations are satisfied. CR equations are satisfied. So hence the given function f of z is analytic. The given function is analytic. Now let us find f dash of z. So what is the fundamental result we have to find f dash of z? We have f dash of z is equal to dou u by dou x plus I dou v by dou x. So that is f dash of z is equal to dou u by dou x. Dou u by dou x is cos x cos Hy. Cos x cos Hy plus I into dou v by dou x. Dou v by dou x is minus sin x into sin Hy. Minus sin x into sin Hy. So that is equal to cos x into cos Hy minus sin x into I sin Hy. Here we are arranging the terms in such a way that the function f dash of z should be in terms of z. So you know cos Hy can be written as cos of Iy, and I sin Hy can be written as sin of Iy. So it is cos x into cos Iy minus sin x into sin of Iy. Sin of Iy. So now it is in the form of cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. So cos A cos B minus sin A sin B is cos of A plus B, cos of x plus Iy. Because you know the formula, cos A cos B minus sin A sin B is equal to cos of A plus B. So therefore f dash of z is equal to cos of x plus Iy z cos z. Even if you differentiate directly, the function is sin z, here sin z, the derivative of sin z is cos z. So like that we can show that the given function is analytic, and we get the derivative by using the fundamental result. So let us solve few more problems in the next class. Thank you.